welcome to the Canterbury Report. Beautiful Saturday on the card today. Track fast here at the Downs. 6 furlongs. Claimers go at it here. From the rail, Move Free with the Rabbit, Kenny Hare. Club Schmitz out of the 3-hole with Vicky Warhol. Cool Filbert from the outside here with Ronnie Allen Jr. And Free Business at 33-1 with Kathy Craig comes from the outer reaches. Here they come in the first half of the double.
They're all in line. They're off. Cool Filbert on the outside for the lead. Duke Harris. Now Mr. Stride has moved up as they move down the back stretch. Mr. Stride and Cool Filbert heads apart for the lead. Duke Harris is next. Free Business on the outside up into 4th. Stand Up Proud 5th and Move Free is 6th at the rail. Walkin' Brother is 7th and Club Schmitz is 8th. At the 3/8 pole at the rail, Mr. Stride by a half. Cool Filbert is next, a gap of 3. Duke Harris on the inside. Free Business in 4th. Club Schmitz now begins to gain on the outside. Then Stand Up Proud. Top of the stretch, Mr. Stride has the lead. Cool Filbert next. Duke Harris and Club Schmitz on the outside. At the 8th pole, Mr. Stride at the rail a half. Cool Filbert is next. Duke Harris 3rd and Club Schmitz on the outside. Mr. Stride and Cool Filbert.
Mr. Stride holds him off the wire with Mike Smith for Jay Warhol. Jay Warhol's first win of the meet time, 1:11.4. The 5-horse Mr. Stride returning $8, $4.60 and $2.80. The 8-horse Cool Filbert, Ronnie Allen Jr. runs 2nd, $7.60, $3.60. And the 3-horse Club Schmitz, Vicky Warhol for Rhoda Warhol, $2.80 in the bottom. Second event of the afternoon, classical day here at the Downs with the Oaks coming up for you. Got all kinds of good stuff. Crack the Gate came from the inside. Chris Valovich at 7-2. They're going to go 6 furlongs for you here. Mr. Moore White at 7-1 with Dino. I took Shakopee 9, 8-5, the chalk in here. Cabrini Jubilance, very consistent with the Bunny Kenny Har aboard. Here they come, second half of the double, race 2. Tony?
They're on. On the inside, Crack the Gate for the lead. Mr. Moore White has now moved up. Auntie's Money is 3rd by a head. Shakopee 9 on the outside, then comes Fling It At Him as they approach the half-mile pole. Mr. Moore White in front by a length and a half. Crack the Gate, Shakopee 9 up on the outside, Fling It At Him in 4th. Samurai Sunrise 5th, Auntie's Money is 6th, followed by Cabrini Jubilance and Lost Feisty. Mr. Moore White has the lead. Shakopee 9 on the outside. Crack the Gate. Fling It At Him is 4th. And turning for home, Mr. Moore White in front by 3. Shakopee 9 is next. Crack the Gate on the inside. Fling It At Him is 4th. And going to the 16th pole, it's Mr. Moore White by 4. Shakopee 9. Mr. Moore White.
Misters everywhere as Mr. Moore White wins the second race with Dean Coots. 1:12.1 the time, the Mutuals. The 4-horse Mr. Moore White returning 16:20, 6:60 and 4:60. The 5-horse Shakopee 9 runs second. Mike Smith, $3.63. And the 3-horse Fling 'Em At It, Victor Trujillo, $5 on the bottom. 5-4 daily double. Mr. Stride, Mr. Moore White, $69 even. Exacta in the second race, 4-5. Mr. Moore White, Shakopee 9, $49.20. And now a very special interview. I'm in the winner's circle with Jacinto Vazquez. Thank you very much for taking time to be with us today. You got the favorite tomorrow, Tejano, D. Wayne Lucas. What are your chances?
Well, he have a very good chance. It's a nice colt. His best performer is very good, and he's going to be the horse to beat.
We all kind of agree on that around here. Now, you've been here before. You rode Smile here and had some success in 1986.
Yes, I won a race over here. The Smile, I forgot what race was, but this was the only race I ever rode here.
And then you went on to ride Smile in the Breeders' Cup. How'd you do in the Breeders' Cup?
Well, he won the sprint of the year that year.
$1 million, huh?
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you a question. Let's go back in time a little bit here to the match race between Ruffian and Foolish Pleasure. You rode Ruffian that day. Tell us a little bit about that race.
Well, she broke her leg in that race, you know. There was a freaky accident, you know. She came to the race in very good condition, and she don't have no problems. And there was just a freaky accident. She broke her leg.
Too bad. It was one of the great tragedies in racing. Listen, we wish you nothing but a safe trip tomorrow, and thanks a lot for being here. And anytime you're in the Midwest, just come on up here and hop on some of these horses. We got some good ones up here.
Well, thank you. Be my pleasure.
Thank you. We'll be right back after this. Thanks a lot.
People really look forward to being a part of the race. And now you can look forward to being a part of history. See some of the nation's top horses and jockeys compete in Minnesota's biggest race, the $300,000 St. Paul Derby, Sunday, June 26th at Canterbury Downs.
Want to have fun this summer? Get a GMC to tow your toys. The Jimmy 4x4 has $750 cash back. The S15 pickup, $500 cash back. Got a fishing boat? The full-size Sierra has $500 cash back. The Safari is perfect for camping. And a Suburban has the horsepower to pull your ponies to Canterbury. Choose GMC and we'll even give you the hitch. This summer, the great Minnesota car is a GMC truck. See your GMC truck dealer in the Twin Cities area today.
Those GMC trucks, they can take more beatings than my picks, I'll tell you. Third race on the card here. Maidens Goal Mile, chrome plated from the rail, Ronnie Allen Jr. at 5-2. Hackety Sack, Big Trouble in last, gets Valovich today at 3-1. And today's magic came from the outside here with Kathy Craig. Load them up, let them rip, race 3.
They're all in line. They're on. Expropriar for the early lead, chrome plated. On the inside is next, Exotic Colors. And today's magic on the outside as they go into the first turn. Chrome plated has the lead. Expropriar, today's magic on the outside, Exotic Colors. Right there at the rail, then a gap of 3 back to Hackety Sack in 5th. Ove's Boy is 6th, followed by Golden Whiskey in 7th. Captain Cermak is 8th. Rent Paid is next, and then comes Here's Our Chance. Down the backstretch, chrome plated in front by a half. Today's magic is next, Exotic Colors in 3rd, and Hackety Sack is 4th. Golden Whiskey next in 5th, then comes Captain Cermak. Racing 6th, Expropriar on the inside. It's chrome plated in front by a half. Today's magic on the outside. Golden Whiskey gains in 3rd, Exotic Colors 4th, and Hackety Sack. And turning for home, here comes Golden Whiskey on the outside. Chrome plated back to 2nd. Today's magic on the outside, Exotic Colors down at the rail. It's Golden Whiskey now off by 4. Chrome plated next. Then comes Here's Our Chance. Golden Whiskey going easily.
Under the wire, the winner here in the time of 1:42.1. The 8-horse, Golden Whiskey, Richard Atkins. A little suspense for you there, although Tony Bentley probably gave it away with the call. 1460, 760, and 480. The 5-horse, Here's Our Chance, David Essman, 4680, 1360. And the rail horse, chrome plated, Ronnie Allen Jr., the chalk, $4 on the bottom. 8-5 exacta, Golden Whiskey, Here's Our Chance, $1,169 That'd pay the rent for about 5 months. Fourth race on the card, depending on where you live. Fourth race on the card here, Allowance Company. They're going to go 6 furlongs for you. Had a nice entry. Spender's Chance, Zingara. Ronnie Allen Jr., the Flav, appropriately, on the Zingara part of the entry. We had Robbie's Gent, Dance by Chance, and Dr. Price on the outside. Pack them in there, flip them out. Tony, the kickoff of the pick six.
They're all in line. They're on. From between horses, Call Me Bluff goes for the lead. Robbie's Gent is next on the inside. Spender's Chance and Dance by Chance up on the outside. Lone Damask is fifth. In between horses, just about 3 off the lead. Dr. Price is sixth, and Zingata is the trailer by the half-mile pole. 6 of them gang up for the lead into the far turn. Robbie's Gent ahead. On the outside, Dr. Price, Dance by Chance, Call Me Bluff at the rail. Spender's Chance next, then Lone Damask and Zingata. At the top of the stretch, Robbie's Gent on the inside, Dance by Chance and Dr. Price. And down the stretch now, Dr. Price. On the outside, Dance by Chance. Robbie's Gent hangs in at the rail. 3 lengths back, Call Me Bluff, then Spender's Chance. Robbie's Gent, can he get through on the inside? Dance by Chance and Dr. Price.
Dance by Chance, a winner in the time of 1:12 flat. And as Steve Davidowitz pointed out in the press box today, this girl gave this horse a heck of a boot, switches the whip down the stretch, and then hand rides in from the 16th pole. Very impressive. If you're taping this race, take another look at it. This girl can really ride. The winner of the 5 horse, Dance by Chance, Donna Barton for Greg Margraf, $11.20, $4.80, $3. The 6 horse, Dr. Price, runs second. Chris Valovich, $4 and $2.80. And the 4 horse, Robbie's Gent, Mike Smith, $2.80 on the bottom. 50th event of the afternoon, Claimers here. Intercontinental Hotel Group throwing the party. They're going to go 6 furlongs for you. Had some good ones in here. Gentleman Jove, 8-1 with Dean Coots aboard. Good old buddy. Solid claimer with Mike Smith. Blue Green with Ronnie Allen Jr. at 8-5, and I took Windy Market from the outside with Pat Steinberg. Load them up, let them rip. Race 5.
They're on. On the inside, White Chocolate goes for the early lead. Windy Market. On the outside next, Good Old Buddy and Madam's Pleasure. Down the back stretch on the outside, Windy Market, Madam's Pleasure right there in second. Good Old Buddy next in third, and Blue Green on the outside is fourth. White Chocolate fifth at the rail. A gap of 2.5 to ignite the fuse. Gentleman Jove up on the outside. Then comes Gold Smash, and watch him dance. Madam's Pleasure on the inside has the lead. Blue Green now up on the outside. Windy Market is next. And Gentleman Jove down the stretch. Blue Green has the lead now by 2. Gentleman Jove on the outside is next. Good Old Buddy. They move now to the 16th pole. Blue Green has the lead. Gentleman Jove is next, and a late run by White Chocolate. It's Blue Green in front.
Blue Green under the wire. The winner here from Martin Kenny and Tommy Maxwell. 1:12 flat. The payoffs. Blue Green returning $5.20, $3 and $2.60. The 7 horse Good Old Buddy Mike Smith, $3.60 and $2.80, and the 6 horse Gentleman Jove Dean Coots returns $3.20 in the bottom for Kathy Hutchison. Exacta 8-7 Blue Green Good Old Buddy, $14.60. And now let's visit with Wade White.
I'm down here in the winner's circle with my buddy trainer Wade White. Now, you're a pretty good handicapper. We've talked about some things in the past. Got the big $350,000 Grade 2 St. Paul Derby in here tomorrow. Who do you like, Wade, and why?
Well, I'm forced to go along with the favorite, Tejano, Dwayne Lucas's horse. The horse has met much superior competition to anything in the field. Although he's been a beaten favorite 5 times on his form, I think that the quality of competition he's been facing has been of enough superior. I think he ought to probably win easy tomorrow. I think he'll finally get his first win of the year tomorrow here.
That will be his first win, 0 for 7 in the season. Wade, if you had this horse, how would you handle him? When would you bring him in? When would you ship? Would there be anything special you'd do?
Well, I don't know what Dwayne Lucas does, but he seems to have a lot of success. I'd probably follow the format to what he's been doing with these horses. But he's shipped in here a number of occasions, and he seems to always get away with the money when he comes. He's had a lot of success here at Canterbury by doing it. I don't think this horse has been here very long. I think just a matter of several days. But most of his horses are well enough traveled. I think they get used to it. So I'm sure the travel time isn't going to bother him.
Okay, so the big, good-looking local boy likes Tejano tomorrow. And have you got anything in tomorrow?
No, I don't.
Okay, we can just sit around and relax tomorrow then.
Sit and watch tomorrow.
Thanks, Wade. Thanks for being with us. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, Dark, how many interviews are you going to do here today? You know we're not supposed to be on till after the 8th race. I got the boys back here on the porch. We'll be waiting. Go ahead, run the 5th race. I showed him the 5th race already, and quit using that Elmer Fudd accent on me. 6th race on the card here, 4.5 furlongs. Maidens go at it. From the rail, Mr. Iverson, 12-1. General Red had play. Valovich aboard at 3-1. Chai Go Gary, the favorite, at 6-5 was my selection. And Beauty Song came from the outside in here with Ricky Evans. Here they come, race number 6.
They're all in line. They're on. Mr. Iverson quickly for the lead at the rail. Check My Stats is next. Shy Go Gary into 3rd. Beauty Song up on the outside in 4th. Tiny's Mad 5th and General Red on the inside is 6th. Hope to See is 7th. Wake the Neighbors is 8th. Mr. Iverson on the inside, and Check My Stats. Shy Go Gary next is 3rd. A gap of 3 to Beauty Song, and down the stretch. Check My Stats on the outside, Mr. Iverson. They're joined by Shy Go Gary by the 8th pole. Check My Stats. Here comes Shy Go Gary. Mr. Iverson back to 3rd. Shy Go Gary in front.
Under the wire, the winner here, Chai Go Gary with Mike Smith as General Red with Chris Valovich as a ground rule double off the wall there. 53-2 the time. The 5 horse, Chai Go Gary, Mike Smith, 440, 360, and 260. The 2 horse, Check My Stats, a Dr. Stat horse, returning $20.20. Okay. And $7.40 on the bottom. The 6 horse, Tiny's Mad, Kathy Craig, $4.20. 5-2 exacta. Chai Go Gary, Check My Stats, returns $87.40. And you could have picked this one right out of the Star Tribune today, out of the Dark Man selections. 7th race on the card today, Allowance Company here, 1 mile and 70 yards. The 1 horse, Wildmar Miss, owned by the lovely and talented Diana Pierce, went off at 4-5 today. Can they beat the chalk? Will Wildmar Miss get home first? Load them up. Let them rip in the 7th.
They're off. Gorgeous Threat on the inside for the lead. Look at Her Fly is next as they leave the chute from the outside. Cool Apparition has gained. Double Dilemma is next, then Wildmar Miss as they come by the stands. Double Dilemma on the outside. Gorgeous Threat is next, and Look at Her Fly, those 3 lead him around the turn. Look at Her Fly has the rail, now in front by 1.5 lengths. Gorgeous Threat second by 1/2. Double Dilemma on the outside 3rd. Wildmar Miss in 4th at the rail, and Cool Apparition is 5th. The gap of 2. Perfect Paula in 6th. Mary Mercedes next in 7th. Then River Phantom and Fiesta Moon. Heading to the far turn now. Look at Her Fly in front by 1.25 lengths. Gorgeous Threat is second by 1/2. Wildmar Miss at the rail, then Cool Apparition in 4th. Double Dilemma is 5th. River Phantom 6th on the inside. Then Mary Mercedes. At the head of the straight. Look at her fly. Has the lead. Wildmar Miss on the outside now to challenge for the lead. Mary Mercedes is next at the rail. River Phantom, they're in the final 8th. Then Wildmar Miss has the lead. Mary Mercedes is next. Then look at her fly. It's Wildmar Miss.
Wildmar Miss under the wire, the winner here. Time of the event, 1:40 flat. The payoffs, Wildmar Miss, owned by the lovely and totally talented Diana Pierce. Ridden by Mike Smith and trained by Kathy Hutchison. $3.80, $3 and $2.40. The 7-horse Mary Mercedes with Danny Delahoussaye in the irons, $4.80, $3.60. And the 2-horse Look at Her Fly, Kathy Craig, early speed here, $4.20 on the bottom. 8th event of the afternoon, Speed Duel here, 5.5 furlongs. Texas Trio at 2 to 5. Bruhenas, who was involved in the quarter-horse thoroughbred race, and Farmer Mac came from the outside. Walter Rono aboard. Here they come in the 8th.
They're off. On the outside, Farmer Mac sprints clear for the lead. Bruhenas is next. Texas Trio at the rail. Northern Gent between horses. Crystal Lark right there, and Verbatim's Pride on the outside. Into the far turn, Farmer Mac by 3/4 of a length. Bruhenas is next, a gap of 2.5 to Northern Gent in 3rd. Crystal Lark on the outside 4th. Texas Trio at the rail, and Verbatim's Pride. Top of the stretch, Bruhenas on the outside. Takes over the lead, Farmer Mac. At the rail next, a gap of 4 to Crystal Lark. Then comes Northern Gent. They're inside the 8th pole, it's Bruhenas. Farmer Mac hangs in on the inside. 5 lengths back is Crystal Lark. Now Bruhenas draws away.
Bruhenas under the wire, the winner. Time of the race, 1:04 and 2 for the 5.5 furlongs. The mutuals, Bruhenas, Rodney Trader aboard, $31.80, $12.20 and $6. The 4-horse Crystal Lark, second, Vicky Warhol, $15.20, $6.20, and the 6-horse Farmer Mac, Wilson Brown, Walter Rona, $3.60 in the bottom. 3-4 exacta, Bruhenas, Crystal Lark, $186.40. And now, another very special interview.
I'm here in the winner's circle with a real winner. Everybody in every profession has an idol, and I'm here with mine. Now, you got to be with Tony Bentley yesterday, but I thought I'd give you a chance to be with a real star, Dark Star.
I was worried about that star. I ended up with Tony, which, you know, like the second team, of course. So it's good to be with the first team here at Canterbury.
Absolutely. Tony does a fabulous job. Is it nice to be back at Canterbury? Are we hoping for no rain like we had last year?
That was a memorable race for us and a memorable telecast. You know, we got knocked off the air with a high wind. We got absolutely drowned here in the winner's circle right after the race. So I hope all that's behind us. We can keep the weather nice. Got a good feel. Should be a good race.
You people on the tour this year have done a wonderful job. We've been watching your work. Just off the record for the local folks here in Minneapolis and St. Paul, who do you like tomorrow?
Well, I guess I'm still cheering for Tejano. You know, here's our 2-year-old, the only 2-year-old in racing history to win over $1 million, and he's still old for 1988. He's been so close. I'd have to think if he can't win here, Dark, with the way this track sets up with speed, I don't know if he can find a spot to win this year. So I think Tejano's got a good shot at the short price. We're looking at several long shot possibilities. We came in liking Classic Account. Then they opened him at 4 to 1. That's a little short. So we took a look at some others, and we'll have to, don't want to head him to the window, so we'll have to hold that for tomorrow. But our long shot, of course, was made here at Canterbury with Cheapskate 2 years ago, so maybe we'll have the same kind of luck.
That's the only Bud was a long shot the crew didn't bet. You started betting $10 a man after the $146 race.
Absolutely. We took a blood oath right after that no matter how far off that long shot may be, $10 is going on him to win every time.
Thanks for spending a couple minutes with me. It's real good to see you again.
My pleasure, Doc. Good to be again with the first team.
There we go. Thank you.
If that didn't look like Chris Lincoln, it's because he's lost 70 pounds since the last time we saw him. This guy loses any more weight, he's going to be in there with Marvin Hagler. And I like his chances. 9th race on the card today, Canterbury Oaks, $150,000 guaranteed event on the turf. Going to go a mile in the 16th here. Coax Classic, nice win here last week. Do So is a favorite. My selection here at 4 to 5 today, going to be hard to beat. We had a bunch of good ones from around the country here. Aquaba, a Wild Past, all kinds of good horses are going to take a shot at Do So here out of the 4-hole with Alex Solis. Here they come in the $150,000 Canterbury Oaks.
They're off in the Oaks. Coax Classic on the inside. For the lead, No Review now hustles up. Affordable Price is next, and Cheese Wish by the stand. Cheese Wish now by 3. Affordable Price is next. Do So. Coax Classic settles back into 4th. And Let's Do Lunch is 5th. Aquaba out from the rail, now in 6th. A Wild Pass next, racing in 7th. Another paddock on the inside is 8th. No Review back tonight, followed by Quite a Gem. And Lucky Lydia is 11th down the back straight. Cheese Wish by a length and a half. Affordable Price is next. Do So on the outside. And Coax Classic, a gap of 3. Let's Do Lunch. She's 5th, about 6 blanks off the leader. Another paddock is next, and Aquaba on the outside, and into the far turn they go. There goes Do So on the outside. Affordable Price. Coax Classic, though, stays right there. And Cheese Wish at the rail. Let's Do Lunch. She looks for room now. At the top of the straight, Do So on the outside. Affordable Price on the inside. They're in the final furlong now. Affordable Price. Do So now. Do So. She gets in gear and opens up a length. Affordable Price on the inside is next. The late run by Aquaba. Do So.
Do So gets under the wire here as the chalk captures the feature. There's Do So in the winner's circle, owned by Mr. Jack Kent Cook, former owner of the Lakers, now owner of the Washington Redskins. 1:41 flat the time, 3/5 of a second off the track record set by Regal Breck back in 1986. The payoffs, the 4-horse Do So, Alex Solis, Ronald McAnally, 380, 260, 260 okay. The 10-horse, Aquaba, Pat Day for Scotty Schuhoffer, 320 and $3, and the 5-horse, Affordable Price, Pat Valenzuela, $5.80 in the bottom. 410 exacta. Do So, Aquaba returns $10.60. I love the triple, I love the nightlife. 134 returns $156 even. In the pick 6 today, 5-8, 5-1, 3-4. $100,000 in there. 6 of 6, 14 times, $4,756.60. 5 of 6, 473 times, returns $76.40. And now let's visit with the winning trainer of today's Canterbury Oaks, the trainer of Do So, Ron McAnally.
I'm in the winner's circle with Ron McAnally. Do So, and did so today.
Yeah, she is something else. A very, very nice filly. Her last 3 stakes in a row, and it's she beat the best in California, and we thought she had a good chance here if she adjusted well, and which she did. And I trained her mother a few years back, and never dreamt that her mother would get this kind of a foal too. But her mother was a fairly good filly.
This filly is definitely going places.
I would say so, at least on the grass. We tried her on the dirt. She broke her maiden on the dirt. But then when we switched to the grass, it seemed to make all the difference in the world.
What's next for Do So?
Well, probably, we don't really know. We never look ahead that much, but we will take her home and perhaps run a Del Mar this summer. Maybe we'll send her someplace else. If they have another 3-year-old filly race here, perhaps we'll come back.
We'd love to have you. Give us a few words about John Henry real quick.
Oh, John is doing great. I just spoke to his groom the day before I came back, and he said the crowds are starting to come in and see him, and he's relaxed real well, and gosh, as good as he looks, it's almost tempting to bring him back.
Ron McAnally, trainer of Do So, thanks for being with us.
Anytime.
We'll be right back after this.
Hello. Ed feels we should have a jingle to introduce our new Bartles and James Premium Peach Cooler. He has hired Stoney Munson and the Stonecutters, who recorded "Since My Peach Walked Out on Me, Life Has Been the Pits." They're trying to give it a more upbeat feel and work in some words about our all-natural peach taste. Please do not let the fact that we do not yet have a jingle keep you from trying our new Bartles and James Premium Peach. Thanks for your support.
A sure move.
People really look forward to being a part of the race. And now you can look forward to being a part of history. See some of the nation's top horses and jockeys compete in Minnesota's biggest race, the $300,000 St. Paul Derby, Sunday, June 26th at Canterbury Downs.
Hey, Dark, you going to interview everybody at the track today? Why don't you get somebody good like that Dave Johnson, big-time national race caller?
I'm in the winner's circle with the premier race caller in America today. Probably the premier race caller of all time. Forget Freddie Capicella, forget the rest of them.
Don't forget those guys. Don't. That's nice company to be in.
Well, you're definitely at the top of your field. Tell us a little bit about the three-year-old campaign that you've witnessed this year.
Well, it started off, Dark, as a rather good year, but nothing exceptional in the Derby and the Preakness. And then in the Belmont, the scale broke. Risen Star threw in one of the most magnificent races I've ever seen, and certainly the best three-year-old race of any three-year-old since its daddy Secretariat won the Belmont Stakes. He absolutely was incredible in winning the Belmont Stakes this year. So, you know, from that point on, we have to just look at Risen Star and the other horses.
We have a race caller here, Tony Bentley, also one of the finest in the country, and you were his mentor.
Yes, Tony wrote me a letter, God knows how many years ago, and said that he thought about being a track announcer. I told him, as I do all the people that write to me, to go to the racetrack with a tape recorder and send me the tape. And what I got was a tape that showed a tremendous amount of promise. I took him under my wing, and he turned out to be a super race caller who's respected as one of the best, one of the handful of best racetrack announcers in the country. One of the best.
What do you think of our facility here at Canterbury?
Oh, it's magnificent. It's just great. The facility is so good for the fans. I think that's the main thing. And you know, it's easy to move around. Everybody's so friendly. You can see the races beautifully from any of the levels. It's a great place to go to the races.
What's the greatest race you've ever called, the most exciting, the one that comes to mind first?
Well, a couple come to mind. Secretariat's Belmont, 31 lengths. I mean, any horse, Whirl Away Citation, you name him, Man of War, they wouldn't have beaten Secretariat that day. But I also think back of my roots back in St. Louis. There was an old 13-year-old horse named Ed R. that he knew when he won a race. You know, we're talking about a $1,500 claimer. Some great races at Hialeah, Executionist and Dynastic and Executioner. Well, Ruffian's wins were exceptional, and you know, there's a lot of real good races I've been fortunate enough to be at.
How many weeks a year are you on the road?
35, 40. You know, it's I live out of a suitcase a lot.
Get that hotel food, that room service dinner pretty good?
It's terrible. It was so nice to come here to the food court. I had the best roast beef sandwich, and a little later I had a barbecue sandwich, so I went back.
This is Minnesota. The people are friendly and the food's good.
It's great. It's great. Nice to be here.
Listen, it's a pleasure having you on. I appreciate you taking the time to come down and see us. I know all the fans in Minnesota are big fans of yours. Anytime a conversation comes up about race callers, the first thing we hear is, and down the stretch they come.
Well, thanks a lot, Dark, and I'll give you one tomorrow.
You bet. Thanks for being with me.
Thank you.
Show the nightcap, Dark. Show the nightcap. Okay, I'll show the nightcap. 10th race on the card here. Claimers are going to go 6.5 furlongs. Catfish Charlie out of the 2-hole. Dean Coots 9-2. My selection, Bold James in here at 3-2. We had a bunch of long shots on the outside. Southern Harmony at 9-2. Ortiz Jr. Load him up. Let him rip, race 10.
They're on. Pat the Tyrant for the early lead. Southern Harmony up on the outside. Relum Reeb is next, and Georgia L along the inside. Down the backstretch, Be So Merry is slipped through. Pat the Tyrant back to second. Relum Reeb is next. Southern Harmony on the outside in fourth, and Georgia L fifth. 4 lengths back, he's a Hallowed Dude in sixth. Bold James next in seventh. Rounding the far turn, Be So Merry has the lead. Pat the Tyrant is next. Southern Harmony on the outside. Relum Reeb, a gap of 2 back to Full Spirit moving up. And Bull James. Top of the stretch, Pat the Tyrant has the lead. Southern Harmony, Full Spirit on the outside. They go to the 8th pole. Full Spirit has the lead. Pat the Tyrant down at the rail is next. Then Bull James and Call Herc. Full Spirit and Pat the Tyrant. Call Herc gains.
Very tight at the wire here. Time of the race, 1:18.3. The winner, the 8 horse. Cale Herc, Scott Jones, $35, $18, and $8. The 10 horse run second in here, Full Spirit. Dan Delahoussaye for Emilio Trejo, $37.20, $10.80. And the 3 horse, Bull James, Mike Smith, runs third. Somebody's watering the tote board there. How interesting. $3 on the bottom. Hey, the water's going the other way now. Big exactor here in the nightcap. 8-10. Cale Herc, Full Spirit, returns $2,358.40.
Well, that wraps that up for today at the Downs, and what a great day of racing it was. How about that Canterbury Oaks? Don't forget tomorrow, 1 o'clock post time, St. Paul Derby, $350,000 added grade 2 event. Ought to be a humdinger. Get out into the Downs and see it with us. For WCCO2 and the Canterbury Report, I'm Dark Star. Don't forget, we're on at 9, 11:35, and again at 8 in the morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good night, Dark. Yeah, good night, boys.